Hello grade 5. This is our 5th week in quarter 3, and in this lesson we are going to talk about the moon. I'm sure you all know now that we have only one moon orbiting around Earth, and you all can see it at night in the sky. Do you think there is life on moon? I don't think so. This is the moon. It looks very beautiful at night, shiny and beautiful. But astronauts, they managed to reach the surface of moon. They didn't find any sign of life there. So, what is the moon? Like we said, Earth's moon is only one moon. The moon is a round rock object which orbits around Earth. Like we saw, moon can look shiny, okay? You can see light emitting from moon. But actually, moon isn't shiny at all, and it doesn't emit light. This light is due to the sun. The sunlight is absorbed by the moon, and when the moon appears to us at night in the sky, it reflects these lights from the sun. So, moon is a dark object or lightened object? Moon is a dark object, as you can see here. Okay, why do we see it shiny and we can see light from the moon? This is because of the sunlight. The sunlight is reflected by the moon at night. Remember when we talked about the Earth's movement? We said that Earth has two movements, one around its axis and one around the sun. Moon has similar movements. It has also two movements or two motions. One is around its axis, just like Earth does. The other motion, instead of rotating or orbiting around the sun, it orbits around Earth. So again, let's memorize together. Moon has two motions. One is around its axis. Number 2 is around Earth, because moon is a follower to Earth. The time needed for moon to rotate around its axis is 27.3 days from the days of Earth. The time for complete rotation of moon is 27.3 days. We said that moon is a follower to Earth, or it orbits around Earth. Why? Because of the gravitational force between Earth and moon. This what keeps the moon in its orbit. It doesn't go away. Here, this is Earth from the space, and this is moon. Earth has only one moon. It orbits around the because of the gravitational force between Earth and moon. So, let me answer some questions for you and see if you understand. What force keeps the moon in its orbit? It will be Earth's gravity, or we can say the gravitational force between Earth and moon. Number 2, what is the moon? It's a round rocky object orbiting around Earth. Can you explain if the moon produces its own light and why? We now know that no, the moon doesn't produce its own light. It's a dark body, but it reflects the light from the sun. We also mentioned that moon has no life. It has no air or liquid water, and these things are very important for life. We can't live without air or water. If you look closer here to the moon's surface, you will find big holes. Remember, we took it before? They are excellent craters. Craters are these big holes on the surface of moon. They are round hole in the surface of moon. And how they are formed? They are formed when rocks crash into the moon. Of course, the space has many kinds of rocks. These rocks are continuously moving, and when they hit the surface of moon, they form these big holes, which are known as craters. Okay, now what about its temperature? The temperature on moon is very high. It could be as high as 127 Fahrenheit degrees. This is the temperature of moon. So let's complete using this word bank here. Number 1, the moon takes space days to make a rotation. We know it's 27.3 days. Space is a round rock object that orbits Earth. This is our moon. The moon's surface is covered with, remember these big holes? Craters. Space between Earth and moon keeps the moon on its orbit. Yes, it's the gravitational force. I hope you understand this now. Okay, now we all know that the moon can orbit around Earth. During the motion of moon around Earth, when its position changes, this can lead to something called eclipse. We have two types of eclipse: lunar eclipse and solar eclipse. Let's start with lunar eclipse. Sometimes when the moon, like here, is orbiting around Earth, it's now behind Earth. It's like it's hiding from the sun. So in this case, the moon is here behind Earth. The light from the sun can't reach moon. So moon doesn't have any light from the sun to reflect. And in this case, in case of lunar eclipse, the moon appears dark. Okay, so the lunar eclipse happens when the moon moves into Earth's shadow, يعني behind Earth. Okay, the next type is solar eclipse. In this case, the light of the sun itself disappears. So how does it happen? This shape, you can see it here. It looks like a ring of fire. This is sun actually. So how does it happen? It just like while moon is orbiting around Earth, it can be in this picture here. It's lying, this is the moon, and it's lying between Earth and sun. So it will block the sunlight from reaching Earth. But because moon is very small than sun, it will not block the whole light from the sun. Let's put moon here. If we put moon, let's imagine that we put moon in this part. So all of this part, the light will go away, but the ring from outside will still appear as sunlight. This is what leads to this shape. We said this is solar eclipse, when the sunlight disappears because the moon now is lying between, yes, Earth and sun. So again, solar eclipse happens when the moon lies between sun and Earth. So let's see the motion of these eclipses. Okay, can you see it here now? This is the moon. It's lying behind Earth. It's in the shadow of Earth. So the sunlight can't reach it. What kind of eclipse is this? This is the lunar eclipse. When sunlight can't reach moon, this is lunar, okay, lunar eclipse. Okay, what about the solar eclipse? Let's see it now. Okay, you see, moon is orbiting around Earth, and now it's just between Earth and sun. Part of the light of the sun, like this hole here, it's equal exactly to the size of moon. The light will not appear, and the sun will only look like ring of fire.